is the M249 mightier than the pin? I'd say they're evenly matched. But
The Commando rocket launcher is the newest stratagem to be introduced to HellDivers 2, and if I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't think it's that good. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'm going to tell you why. Now, what the Commando is a 4-barreled rocket launcher that also has the ability to laser guide their missiles. So whatever the laser is pointing at, that is where the rocket will go. Helps in guiding it and ensuring that it gets to where it needs to be. Also, if you drew the same comparison as in this thing looks familiar, think back to Black Ops 1. Yes, the Reaper. If you remember that, hit the subscribe button. You'll fit in around here. What I'm going to be talking about here is the comparison we can draw between the Commando and the anti-tank and quasar cannon. Mostly the comparison to the anti-tank. I honestly think that it's not as good, but at the same time it does fit its own purpose, even though that is an extremely niche purpose. What I'm going to go into here is talk about how it performs against bugs and bots, even though it does have a more... It has a better application for the bugs, and yet there are still other things that do its job better than it does.
He said, awesome video. I committed several unsolved murders in the late 90s and early 2000s. My weapon of choice was a baseball bat, and the bodies were buried in various different locations around Midwest America. Maybe next time you could try doing a Homelander build or straight Starlight build from the hit show The Boys. That would be pretty cool. Thumbs up emoji. And then I said, aren't you that racist guy who said the N-word on Family Feud? He said these lies on my name.
Okay, so it's expendable, which means once you shoot all 4, you drop it. The anti-tank will one-shot chargers if you shoot them right in the forehead, and it will, with one shot, bust off one of the armor plating on the legs, and you can just shoot that leg and kill it. The Commando takes 2 shots to do either one of those things, so 2 out of the 4, but you still have 2 left. With the anti-tank, you can shoot 1 and have another one left.
You know what happened last night?
what?
I got a match on Facebook dating.
Oh my, a good one.
Black girl.
I
So
see
it's
no
worth
problem.
mentioning. I never said there was a problem. I just said it is worth mentioning. You've seen me. You know what I look like.
Yeah.
I just thought it was interesting. That's all.
You should immediately do something awful, like go and say, "Oh, you're one of the good ones." Jesus.
You are awful.
Take a look at it against the Bile Titans, and it was very difficult to kindly test that kind of thing, so I'm not going to go into exactly how it works down to little minute details. There are other channels that you can go watch to see the full breakdown of it and the full classifications and whatnot you want to know, right? All the specifications. So I'm not going to go into that. What I'm going to tell you is that on one hand, the Commando does feel good to have against the Bile Titans, but on the other hand, if I see a Bile Titan coming, I can call the anti-tank down, and if you time your shots just right, you can kill it with both anti-tanks. While with the Commando, I find it harder to shoot things with it. I feel like the rockets don't move as fast as the anti-tank, even though you can guide them. I still just don't think it's as effective.
My frames have dropped dramatically.
Dramatically, brother.
New word, call Oxford.
New word. Yep. New word, call Oxford.
And then the other thing that really knocks the Commando down a point for me is its effectiveness against spore spewers and shrieker nests. And I don't even want to sound like this is a knockdown of it itself. It's definitely something to take into consideration. So the anti-tank will 2-shot spore spewers and shrieker nests, same as everything else in the game, same as the recoilless rifle and the quasar cannon. Takes 2 shots to destroy either one. With the Commando, though, it takes 3 out of your 4 shots to take out a spore spewer or shrieker nest. And most of the time, your shrieker nests will have 2 or 3 nests in it. So if you wanted to take out a shrieker nest, you would have to shoot 3 out of the 4 at one, shoot your last one at the second one, wait about 2.5 minutes, call in your other Commando, shoot one of them twice, and then you may have 2 left over unless there's a third nest. Then you have to shoot it twice, call down another one, shoot it again. If you wanted to take it out from a distance. Now, you could go hands-on, call in a hell bomb, take it out from there, but that's your own prerogative. I like being able to take out shrieker nets from a distance. That is why I normally will run the spear or the recoilless rifle. I know I said I was going to compare this to the Quasar, but I kind of second guess myself because I've not run the Quasar since they nerfed it. It doesn't feel as good to use. It's slow. It's clunky. Sure, it has infinite ammo, but it still just doesn't feel like using. It's a speed, efficiency. Which one do you want more? You know, I'd rather have speed, and I feel like speed equals efficiency in a lot of cases. So I'm not even going to talk about the Quasar. I changed my mind.
Why would you play that inconspicuous pig throw up?
And when we talk about effectiveness against bots, talk about the effectiveness against Hulks. The anti-tank will one-shot Hulks to the head. The Commando, what I've kind of noticed, and I kind of like this, kind of not, is it can two-shot the Hulk, one shot to the eye, the visor, and then I think the other shot just has to be somewhere around the front of it or the back of it, and I think that'll kill it, but I'm not sure. I'd have to test more on that. But look at it against tanks. I didn't get any footage of me killing a tank with it, but I mean, it's the same as everything else. Two-shot. Talk about Striders. Now, whenever we battled this Strider, I think we hit it with one orbital rail cannon strike, and then I shot all 4 of the commando shots into its head, and it blew up its head. Didn't kill it, but it blew up the head armor. And it's difficult to test against Striders because I know that they have different weak points, and it takes a lot of just about everything to kill Striders. So I won't talk too much on them. Talk about the heavy devastators for a second. I do not like how the commando cannot break the shield of the heavy devastator. I don't like that one bit. I don't like how they can just tank it. I don't know if they can do that with the recoilless or the anti-tank or Quasar, but either way, you know what? I think the commando is a mid weapon. I think it's a mid stratagem in general. I think there's a lot better things you can use other than it. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. So, and talk at you next time.
Oh my god. That was my fault. Okay, that's honestly, that does work. That does work.
I called you my pog champ.
Yeah.
Please respond.
I heard.